Hey scrappers, Carol from Scrap Monster here, ready to turn your copper confusion into copper confidence? Copper is a crown jewel in the scrap metal kingdom, but navigating its many forms can be a challenge. Fear not. This video equips you with the knowledge to identify, separate, and ultimately maximize your copper profits, understanding the different grades of copper. When it comes to scrap metal, copper is often considered the king, but not all copper is created equal. To maximize your profits, it's essential to understand the different grades of copper and how to identify them. Bare bright copper. This is the purest form of copper scrap and commands the highest price. It's characterized by its shiny reddish-brown color and is typically found in electrical applications like bus bars, which are thick rectangular conductors used for high current distribution, grounding straps, which are flexible conductors connecting electrical systems to the earth, and roofing sheets, which are durable copper sheets used for roofing and architectural purposes. Insulated copper wire. While less valuable than bare copper, insulated copper wire still holds significant scrap value. Look for it in electrical cables such as power cords, extension cords, and wiring in homes and buildings, appliance cords from vacuum cleaners, toasters, and other household appliances, and automotive wiring, including car harnesses and wiring systems. Remember, efficiently removing the insulation is crucial for maximizing your returns. Copper tubing. Widely used in plumbing and refrigeration systems, copper tubing comes in various sizes and thicknesses. It's valued for its durability and heat transfer properties. You'll find it in plumbing systems like water, supply lines, pipes, and fittings, as well as in refrigerators and air conditioners, where it's used for cooling coils and refrigerant lines. Copper alloys. Copper often combines with other metals to form alloys with unique properties. Common copper alloys include brass, an alloy of copper, and zinc, known for its golden color and malleability, and bronze, an alloy of copper and tin, known for its strength and corrosion resistance. While copper alloys are still valuable, their price will vary depending on the specific composition. Enameled copper wire. This type of copper wire has a thin enamel coating for insulation. It's commonly found in transformers, which use enameled copper wire for efficient energy transfer, and motors, where the windings in electric motors often consist of enameled copper wire. Removing the enamel coating can be challenging, so specialized equipment or techniques might be required. By understanding these different types of copper and their characteristics, you'll be well equipped to sort your scrap effectively and achieve higher returns. In next steps, visual inspection, magnetic tests, and density tests. To accurately identify copper scrap, employ a combination of visual inspection, magnetic testing, and density analysis. Visual inspection. Examine the scrap metal for color, texture, and any markings that indicate its composition. Bare copper typically has a bright reddish-brown appearance. Look for the presence of insulation or other materials that might affect its value. Magnetic test. Copper and its alloys are generally non-magnetic. Using a magnet can help differentiate copper from ferrous metals like iron and steel. If the magnet sticks, the material is likely ferrous and not copper. Density test. Copper is denser than many other common metals. By submerging the scrap in water, you can estimate its density. Copper will tend to sink more rapidly than lighter metals like aluminum. Additional tips: pay attention to the size and shape of the copper scrap. Large, thick pieces of copper are generally more valuable than small, thin pieces. The condition of the copper scrap can also affect its value, so look for signs of damage, corrosion, or contamination. Stay informed about current copper prices and market trends, as this will help you make informed decisions about when to sell your scrap. By following these steps and continuously expanding your knowledge about copper scrap, you can become a more proficient and profitable scrapper. Remember, always prioritize safety when handling scrap metal. Wear appropriate protective gear and follow local regulations. Would you like to delve deeper into a specific copper type or explore other aspects of copper scrap? Copper sources beyond the obvious. Sure, you know about pipes and wiring, but what about hidden copper treasures? We'll reveal surprising sources of copper you might be overlooking. Here are a few examples. Believe it or not, pennies minted before 1982 contain a significant amount of copper. While the copper content in a single penny might seem negligible, it can add up quickly when you're dealing with large quantities. Sort out those pre-1982 pennies from your jar of loose change and watch your copper profits grow. Roofing contractors often use copper flashing around chimneys, skylights, valleys, and other roof penetrations. This thin sheet copper ensures a watertight seal and can be a valuable source of scrap copper when replacing a roof. Look for copper flashing around chimneys, as the high heat exposure often necessitates the use of durable copper to withstand the elements. Similarly, copper flashing is commonly used around skylights and other roof openings to prevent leaks and ensure a long-lasting roof. Copper flashing can also be found in valleys, where two sloping sections of a roof meet. Here, copper flashing plays a crucial role in directing water flow and preventing leaks. By keeping an eye out for copper flashing during roof tear-offs, you can add a significant amount of valuable copper scrap to your collection. Computers and other electronic devices use heat sinks to dissipate heat. Some heat sinks are made of copper, and these can be a valuable addition to your copper scrap collection. Keep an eye out for copper heat sinks during electronic equipment recycling. Certain brass instruments, like tubas and trumpets, can contain significant amounts of copper. If you have any old or broken brass instruments lying around, they might be worth scrapping for the copper content. Doorknobs, lighting fixtures, and other decorative items from older eras can sometimes contain copper. If you're into antique shopping or have a collection of old decorative pieces, be on the lookout for items with a reddish tint and a heavy weight, which could indicate the presence of copper. Separation techniques for top dollar copper scrap. Cleanliness is king when it comes to maximizing your copper scrap value. By effectively separating copper from other materials, you'll ensure you get the best price for your haul. Let's dive into some practical techniques. Sorting by hand. This is the most basic but often effective method. Use gloves to protect your hands from sharp edges and sort scrap into piles based on material type. Using magnets. A simple magnet can quickly separate ferrous metals like iron and steel from non-ferrous metals like copper. You can find these in our shop. For insulated copper wire, use a wire stripper to remove the insulation. Large pieces of copper can be shredded into smaller pieces for easier handling and further separation. Removing dirt, grease, or other contaminants can significantly increase the value of your copper scrap. Use a pressure washer or a large tub of soapy water for cleaning. Eddy current separators use electromagnetic currents to separate non-ferrous metals based on their conductivity. Copper has high conductivity, making it ideal for separation using eddy current separators. Remember, always prioritize safety when handling scrap metal. By mastering these separation techniques, you'll be well on your way to unlocking the full potential of your copper scrap. Do you have any specific questions about separating copper from other metals? By the end of this video, you'll be a copper connoisseur ready to dominate the scrapyard. But wait, there's more. Scrap Monster empowers you with the tools to succeed. Live scrap metal pricing. Know your copper's worth in real time. Weekly scrap metal price report. Stay ahead of market trends. B2B marketplace. Connect with buyers and expand your network with our over 106,000 members. Like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more scrap metal mastery. Got questions? Leave a comment below. We're always happy to help a fellow scrapper out. Remember, scrappers, responsible recycling is a win-win. Until next time, happy scrapping.